Openi Shadi na Udi unkomo newie ya share a very beautiful football. As a matter of fact, game na ya share wasn't a game obekase a Saudi Arabia two teams and air, but we watched two teams omo parody squad who squad now. It's more like an European affair. Top European clubs me Asia, maybe in Super Cup will be a Community Shield be be division. But I think that it tells us where Saudi for the projects now among areas. Kakran apija baby. The standard any level drew. One officiating was excellent on top, VAR intervention, and when it comes to quality of play from the two sides, no top-notch coaching and at the MI Parkers. And I think that after the game, the better side and an image here, seeing Sadio Mane scoring at the early stages of the game, then later on, step back when Everton can add the Ittihad in 16 minutes. That game now witness see 2 goals. Made up believe said yeah, but she game and goals a doors. But it's very unfortunate. After Mane getting the first goal for Al Nassr, he saw a red card. Assessing the dynamics around the Al Nassr team. But I did about come and need a G and it's a last season and near man to Al Nassr any signings our season we or my year bringing in Inigo Martinez more any João Felix any other player Kingsley Coman into the setup of Al Nassr team. No. What they are trying to do is that they want to resource team. No, so that they will be able to compete and compete very well. Oh, my first one now. I'm more April Saudi one. Me share team with a man down. How are more fighting Yehoge Jesus and then Quadano were able to give their maximum best to make sure say Saudi chain our game and I say Bia what about game one another red card next year. You might even think that 11-11 announced to some extent it had any numerical disadvantage because Al Nassr took total control of the game. Make sure say Umbe dominated possession, and at the end of the day, the most important thing na here on because 8 make you credit upon Chede with the impact at the age of 40 still onya our football. I've seen a lot of people saying say Ronaldo is the most selfish player and I kept saying that but there are times you need to be selfish. Sometimes you need to be selfish to gain status, to get to level we are. But a drew baby so and yet all time and so you're selfish. A drew baby you need to make sure that or subordinates now or more count one or more air bow. I'm a or richy peak be now what you accord them with the maximum support and respect or we deserve and exactly what we saw and every way. At a point in time, before the game, Ken Iron stories and you or catch with you has said Ronaldo air 1 goal away from scoring the goal number 100. That is the century for Al Nassr team. He is 1 goal away again for getting at least 940 career goals. Yeah, Sebeka is 60, not 1,000 goals now opening in soccer. Such a player, any baby, another game naked with how I name Ronaldo. Opportunity now, and I'm sure say, share on TV, will get the benefit of the highlights. Now, man, enjoy. Oh, baby, Ronaldo sprint free. Any baby or far born, only goalkeeper. Then he decided to wait in for the countryman on one casa and the Kahun Emma Modene Ebaye. Send the first important game, debut game and all Ediama, Al Nassr official game. No, Obe assisted João Felix, not João Felix. Enya, that good. Now, it's silly Juman Edima Al Nassr. I think that it was an incredible moment for Rantian. My friend said João Felix. At the same time, you credit upon Chikese and the corner of selflessly. Ele sa pass no edimo owura didin ede João Felix ye wie na omabuka mo ticket train who comes in Alcadaz in Ali nyame adoma ochina who wins and then on Saturday you know the biggest encounter before say ombe osha into the new season said the near mekakui me huni say season in Ronaldo this season Saudi Arabian in my books I think this is the season. Saudi and Manchester for me do say they are 2 signings away from competing. Al Nassr team one signing away from competing. In their midfield, so where born now share not all the Al Nassr midfield compare the Ittihad for a parody Edinburgh. Clearly, Al Nassr here on a good day, one solid midfielder obet me abeka Marcelo Brozovic. I am not saying sir Akabari any very good player. But when you look at the midfielder, now Ittihad air parading with Fabinho, N'Golo Conte, Ewo Mumfinfi, and then Osam Awa. These are the three midfielders that Ittihad air parading. Now with the just Marcelo Brozovic and Akabari. Now all the Kingsley Coman, he is not a midfielder. And I say, Obia, in terms of about Boamu when you balance our midfield, no, Untiminya Sadin, if you think that like Kakra, or they compare even Hilamo and the other clubs, no Makana, I think that Al Nassr team no are just one signing away. They need a solid midfielder who will be able to partner Abante and Marcelo Brozovic or Mumfinfion, and they are good to compete at the highest level. Because in terms of goalkeeping, now Bento is a solid goalkeeper. Ubet trusting on any day. Simi can with Martinez or Mukofan from Barcelona. I believe that Omochi is solid. In terms of a Nimono, Sadio Mane, Kingsley Coman, João Felix, Ronaldo himself, you are good to go. They are just one signing away. And I believe that Ronaldo and the entourage will get that signing before say it be close to transfer. If they're able to do that, then we can say they are in for business and they compete very well. Moving from Saudi Arabia now, you made the mainstream European football. As a Ghanaian, I am a happy man, and I'm opinion now.
What thing?
As someone said, Premier League after match day 1, EPF for Kotanasi 2. Omu team of the week now, Omu Diaban. We have seen 2 Ghanaians in the team of the week at Premier League for Eddie. But now, so where David Raya making 7 saves weekend, we match day 1. Or no, Enya saves more than the other goalkeepers no making now combined. Important saves. David Ray and Kwan Enya Marco 7. It tells you that Manchester United sent in a lot of threats to Arsenal for them, but Arsenal had a solid safest pair of hands who denied Manchester from scoring. So I know that Poma okay, Ballard then Ben and then Magui then in Finfino, Mohammed Kudus are making a debut in terms of Premier League for club Tottenham Hotspur. He is a player who has seen the Premier League for at least 2 seasons. We have won the first professional game for Spurs. Now he had the Super Cup against PSG. He had a fine game and only lose on penalties. But in the first game, now a important, crucial game in the Premier League. A whole I don't know be a person in Kweku. So who were Juma or ye 2 incredible assists or ye Edema Richarlison, Emma and Inya goes Ebo Space. Of course, a year they are now or into the team of the week. And then Antoine Semenyo, after being abused racially, Anfield, how Anfield at Tiekweku, Wako Waye abuse racially crampon at the saying, how intimidating the venue is supporters, Ebeye de Deguasum, not ya abuse racially, at damper spirit, but this boy came back, got the morals and then everything right, struck 2 times in the second half. He deserved to be in the team of the week. That's the one who said, oh my. Yeah, but what World Cup qualifying matches in less than 2 weeks or 3 weeks a day. Now you are starting respective leagues. Not the most competitive league in the world, the Premier League, Ghana for Omu AC can win you 2, making into the team of the week. I think that every Ghanaian should be happy. Say young Kwadano, I started season very well. These are 2 players that you name what they have. They are offer a Premier League last season, and coming into the new season, we expect and anticipate beyond what they did last season. And what we've watched in first game, I think that's a decision about to us. Mohammed Kudus will aid Tottenham Hotspur. He will send them into the promised land. Yeah, person who Antoine Semenyo, even though Luta Katria and Opane Arsenal for the late baby. I believe that what we share Arsenal first match, Martinelli and Kwakuvara are down for no more friends. Madwiki. Omo Jumana, Omo ye the right wing and also the left wing of club friends at Arsenal on any day. Antoine Semenyo will offer more than that. Centrally, Antoine Semenyo. That's what that is the problem. Bomb of when he said, Oma Mantem, but says Kasa and near maybe AED because Toronto cry or Troy Ecclesiastes or 1019 said, Siri and Tino says you me. And some Matthias, if when Jessica, if Arsenal are able to break and near my bomb of team, they will accept the money. Say, Omunya bomb of Ebekan, and I said, Samuel Beckham with team in Arsenal, and so ever bomb. So I'm very happy to say at least these 2 players in the team of the week as Ghanaians. We should hope and believe that going forward, they will be able to do more. Normally, it's form now, every Roma national team in a game against Chad. And then Mali, our next month. About so I will go. About boy, and capital can be Viana.
Oh, quotation now we
Ecclesiastes 10:19. What you say? Serienti enusiesi or me.
As obi muna na come dem.
Yes, ensa mate asefo anije na sika eye ade nyina. Chiro no ende wo. Tia no
oba santefo so nwumani manase yen. Oba street ye nwumani.
Street no so.
Who free. Ahocha na okoba yim.
Oh, okay.
So
na when then
na hotiremu a na okoba yim. Ahocha na betuma mo adwendwen sa na omi nua yi koso na who free ya na otoba yim. Very necessary.
Nyame shira no make. The next thing I want to look at.
Zero quotation na to so kama.
Me quotation, omo are two screens one. Ecclesiastes 10:19.
She final we na ye na sima.
Ko se final there. Kan pese me die be re chieze ne Tottenham ne nkomo, but to se me hwe me final there. Obehwe Real Madrid na ka me
nka. Se me hwe na mate afa ho.
Okay, any my hwe Tottenham na me Real Madrid ne from home. Xabi Alonso be ba be here, so I think they are good to go. But the agreement in principle, Spurs are reaching with Crystal Palace for the services of Eberechi Eze. Baby, those of us are predictions are the top 4 near the Tottenham Hotspur at 2/5, and I even in the top 4, you do a motto 4th, you do a motto 3rd, any other. We need to go back into our books. So what is Spurs are confirming the signing of Eberechi Eze. Let's give Tottenham Hotspur 2nd position to the 3rd position. Omako Omechia 4th. So Tottenham be competing very well.
Aha.
Kwaku adia Thomas Frank eyen. Diama maniaje Thomas Frank the important signings na oyen. The first signing of Thomas Frank na ohia na oye so die e wo ho ana opese oye was Mohammed Kudus.
Yeah.
Because onim the importance of Kudus. Options and varieties Kudus offer the man e won the team. And with the 2 games are more Kudus abo e the ama Spurs ye nyina di ho adanse. Kwaku so, manager, he's tried and tested in the Premier League. He understands the Jumana or Premier League. Wababa fa club team no for some years. I must self-believe ne call from. But Oma Baba G Europa League, I may say the self-belief and no confidence hiding. Abba back. Manager no Modena ban a Premier League manager who understands the ins and outs of the Premier League. The signings now a most important signings no are players who have been in the Premier League for years. Eberechi Eze need no introduction. He need no adaptation. He needs no time. He will hit the grounds running. Watch him last season. Palace, Palace are Omaniaji Bossy last season. So Omaji FA Cup, Omaba share Liverpool now ye Aji Carabao. What's the name? Community share here. So and Ravaras a lot of human job about Oliver Glasner and the Palace team now Juma or Maya said. Their last 10 games, if you not appreciate them, so Michael Stamford Bridge draw against Chelsea, appreciate them in their last 10 games. We could go and watch those 10 games and see the importance of Eberechi Eze, how impactful why Ediama Palace team. Such player move about the team established here. Wamayo ready. They have a manager who is speaking something into their mind, say, we can fight with everything. At the end, Pep Guardiola block Savio move. Or say he will not resource an opponent. That is the simple reason. Or no one are blocking boy and say, oh manenko because or her Tottenham team need D or sign Jai Savio Maneko can or my name now. A threat at any other team. And I think that with the inclusion or the acquisition of our branch friends, Eberechi Eze, Tottenham are good to go. In terms of goalkeeping department, they have solid goalkeepers. Omo Vicario on any day is a good player. Share Omo back line. One of the best center backs in the games is here, Kuti Romero. Why standing the contract at the moment? On a good day, Destiny Odogi air ball left backer, you are good to go even in his absence. What down for just Spence? 2 games here, what body actually, what convince here, me actually say he's a fine player. Obey my head, on right back man, Pedro Poro.
Yeah,
a fine player, assassin, but to say what gather momentum at Equi, look at their midfield. Rodrigo Bentancur. Now no bisuma bono ya tene drop ya mananko bobiu but hwe adwuma ja opa lenya no eyeye hwe papisa e wo mfimfin no wo bo o manim ho ye kan say Richarlison na lead attack no the main man na no lead attack ni prefer no oba Solanke ni wo ho mo Kudus ababe kan osan de Eberechi Eze babe gram. I think that they have a solid team ebi mo start here they can have about 4 or 5 quality players on the bench a mobile park, and so they will be able to change the fortunes for club and friends at Tottenham. I think a positive and quality addition, and going for Tottenham will be a team to watch season. Yeah, quickly, starting.